and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what I do, who I am, and the type of work I'm involved with, and history of what I propose to do here in New Zealand, Auckland, where I live on the waterfront, and piecing together historic developments and for economic development as well. So I'm just trying to bring our people together throughout the Pacific, and also other people who have immigrated here in the last 170 years since the 1840 Treaty of Waitangi document was signed. That is in question now as we move on into the future. So just a little bit about me. I live on the waterfront here, conducting my business, Maori business, MOAIWANOA Webcam Limited, and also Platinum Tidal Electric Bridge Construction Company Limited. These are both put together for the sake of starting some changes to the way business is done here in New Zealand and around the world, where we are hoping to go out on a limb with our own autonomy and our own self-governing structures, which I have been working on for the last 12 years. So some of the issues I want to run through just briefly is because a lot of people have been waiting for me and what I've been talking about for such a long time. That's with the Maori tribes and also with the public of New Zealand. Some of the issues on news, Te Karere, and also a lot of it is on Facebook, where you'll see a lot of new projects that I'm putting together, mainly tidal electric power generation. I started off in 2004 with Blue Energy Canada, Martin Berger, and some insight into deploying tidal turbines for the first time in the Kaipara Harbour. And some period on the way through, I managed to get some traction through the ECA, or the New Zealand government, but unfortunately I didn't have any investors, but I got testimony of the idea of the platinum tidal turbine was appealing. And so those you'll see on the Facebook website, and also on MySpace and Twitter, and also Google Buzz. In the next coming weeks, you might see some forward motion when we get together the share portfolios for both companies, MOAIWANOA Webcam Limited and Platinum Tidal Electric Bridge Construction Limited, both registered companies, and those are all going to be let go in a trillion shares each to raise the funds to build a new economy, as well as the tidal energy on the East Cape of the North Island, New Zealand, Marangaro C12 block, and that's part of my family heritage. Connections at Te Pito o Te Henua to Easter Island, Te Pito o Te Henua Island, its original name. So that's connected to Raiatea Mountain, Taputapu Aotea Marae, back to the East Cape on Waiapu Marae, and Mokanui, Urupa connections directly through the Wanoa family and me. So those are specific issues that form the basis of our seabed titles that you'll see on Facebook. I've put together our own history, myself being a direct DNA bloodline to Moai the statue. You'll see in Auckland Museum, there's one there, that's original, and you have another one in Wellington that's connecting the North Island to the South Island. You have another statue, Moai, in Dunedin, and so we've got another one in Auckland at the Pirangatahi Marae in Hobsonville. So those are my own direct ancestral connections to these lands, and particularly at Te Pito, the umbilical cord or the afterbirth connecting to Te Pito or Te Henua Island, East Island. So that's graphic on our history. That gives us the authority to exploit our own historic titles to our economy that the government of New Zealand has very much difficulty in trying to overrun that. At the present time, I just want to talk a little bit about political, because they are trying to put together a constitution for New Zealand, but we've already got one with Prince William, the successor to King William IV, and down the paternal DNA male line, which is supposed to be the true connections through the UK British Parliament, Upper House, to us here in Maori, Hapu, is the original sovereign nation state. You can only be issued once through the Westminster system of government and the House of Lords. That was passed through the House of Commons, the 1835 Declaration of Independence authority to self-govern, and that can never change, or this government in Wellington can never change that original constitution. They've been trying to. So I'm afraid we have to determine our future ourselves as the original indigenous landowners, which we are. As for everybody else in the country, New Zealanders, they are part of what we are focusing on doing, is to bring everybody together in common and to have a better balance of power sharing through a cooperative system of government, which is what I'm setting up to do on the East Cape with the MOAI WANOA sovereign state government, 30k out off the East Cape in international waters. So that's what I'm putting together, and the shares of that will belong to all the people in the world, including people here in New Zealand. The other Maori government is Taki Moana Maori government that's on the land, one on the seabed and one on the land. So that government has been going for 2 years now. I'm part of that organisation as well, and I just want to share with you those sentiments, and they are real, and we have the authority through the UK system of government to practice and to put in place our own structures under Section 71 of the Act of 1852 Constitution UK. That is our right, and there's nothing the government here can do about it. You'll see that on my site, that I'm testing them out in affidavits, and so unfortunately for them, they have no claim against that or rebuttal, as the time has passed now that we can go ahead with the UK and determine what happens to this country. We have full title, as you can see with the Moai statue. It goes back to 300 AD straight there, and we didn't need to go anywhere else but through that memorial. And the government itself in Wellington has erected the MOAI on Lyell Bay as evidence that such a history exists. They won't say who it belongs to, they won't say who built it, and nobody has claimed that right except me. We are the builders of those MOAI, the Wanoa people of the East Cape and of Raiatea Island, Tahiti, and also East Island, the spiritual side of MOAI, to Makemake, the planet that they discovered way back in those times. All these inscriptions are in the walls of the caves, and you'll also find them in Egypt. These are historic connections to the land, the earth god, MOAI, which was God's wish to have him and his face made into the earth rock, and that's job was given to my people. So I claim to be the builder of the MOAIs in my own blood line, feelings, brain, intelligence, and what you see of MOAI was made by the hands of my people. And so Queen Elizabeth II is holding on to a MOAI statue in her Queen Elizabeth II Great Court. That is our authority sitting on his henua platform on his land. So wherever there's MOAI, that's where I am. And so I claim that right to be that image and that connection to MOAI and MOAI's interpretation and image of God, the God of the earth where we come from. And that's the first time I want to say that, to claim that right to his statues and to those property, our inheritance, to our Wanoa royal family. And so I say to Queen Victoria, who took the statue off the island, East Island, in 1868, to return it back to where he belongs, with my people. He was built by my people for my people. And so that right should return in its rightful place. And so I'll just move on to other things that matter politically and financially for us to self-start with the shares of the tidal energy project you'll see on our site to produce liquid hydrogen jet fuel from the tides and hydraulically. 100% of that power turns into electricity, which will steam the water and compress it by its own power of hydraulics into liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. And so we bottle that on the site at sea, and it is sold at that point of sale to the country here, New Zealand, and for everything that is run energy consuming. So that is our main focus of attention, is that project to kick us off, and that can be expanded right through the Pacific and right around the world from that idea of a bridge platform which measures 40 meters wide and 200 meters long, 3-story, and 3 sets of cascade turbines running down the length to the seabed of up to 100 meters. And so the power from that is tremendous, and we'll use half of the power to make the liquid gas fuel, which in turn we export to other countries by building another bridge platform in those countries, or